Hi everyone, how you doing? I missed you guys. I'm sorry, I've been trying to put a video out and I've been preoccupied with cleaning my house because it ends up turning into a disaster after a while if I'm busy all the time. I've been doing these crafts, I've been on a crafty kick because you know what? I got a lot of crap around my house I've collected and saved. And I always say I'm going to make something. And I got probably 5,000, 1 million ideas on Pinterest that I'm going to do someday, right? And finally I got sick of it. And that's why you're seeing all this stuff that I took pictures of. I've been taking all my old crap and doing something with it. So I just want to say welcome, everyone. I'm grateful to my new subscribers. Thank you, everyone, for being here and for your comments all the time. Same old crazy stuff going on in YouTube. I mean, I don't know. So first of all, I put a picture that I seen on Facebook in one of the Summerwells group, and it showed Don and it showed Candace. I mean, it showed Mr. Turpin, the guy who got arrested for him and his wife for abusing their kids. And I'll tell you what, he looks just like Silence of the Lamb, like he is cross-dressing and like he had makeup on or something. It was so scary and so hilarious at the same time. And he does need a haircut very, very bad. And Candace's hair looked nice, you know. Whatever. I mean, I don't know why any of this is a big deal to people. If she colored her hair, she probably feels really insecure, and you probably would too. If you had girls like Cher, different women coming on to you, to your husband, excuse me, and texting him all the time. Did you ever go look at Don's Facebook? He has like hundreds of women friends. He befriends all kinds of women. He's on the phone with women. He's texting women. And, you know, it would really get old with me if it was my old man. And I can't believe Candace puts up with it, but she does. But I think she's very insecure, so that's what I gotta say about that. But I was really upset when I seen Robin Lane did a video with the boys' pictures in it and talking about them. And it just seemed like pure manipulation, like she was trying to make them feel guilty. If they seen it, like she was hoping they would see it to make them feel guilty. She knows better. She knows that those boys were taken for a good reason. That kids just don't get taken from parents for no reason at all. The state absolutely had a reason to take those boys. And we might find out about it later. Why? We might not. Unless they're charged. You know what I mean? If they are charged with the disappearance or harm of Summerwells, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get past this ad so it's all ready to go when I gotta go here.
That's what it looked like to me. We knew we would get to a point where it was going to be hard.
Okay, so anyways, Robin, there's a gag order and I can't believe you're violating it. And all the stuff that I just want you guys to hear me. Pay attention to what I'm saying at this moment. Tim Mullins has been very active, speaking out, talking about the boys, about them being kidnapped. Robin Lane's now out there talking about these Bibles they sent to them and this, these prayers and this message, which I believe is because Don and Candace lost the boys. I truly believe that, because why would they be doing this kind of video right now? And that's what it seemed like to me. I don't know what your opinion is, but that is what it seemed like to me. Absolutely. That's what it seems like what's going on. If it's not what's going on, then it means that they know that in January, which next month is December, can you believe it's going to be Christmas before Thanksgiving and Christmas before you know it? But that means it'll be another month, maybe a month and a week before Don and Candace go to court for this. So, and they're trying to make a good impression, and they're trying to manipulate them boys to get them to feel bad for their parents, miss their church. I don't know. But it's totally wrong. So, I hope somebody turned that in, because it was very, very bad. And Robin Lane's gonna have to, if Don and Candace did something to Summer and they go to trial, Robin Lane's gonna have to be a witness, and she's gonna be in a very uncomfortable place. This is what I'm gonna say. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Okay, so, oh crap. Seemed like it was important. I don't know. But this is important to me. All of this is important to me. This case, Summer Wells going missing, is really, it just seems so dark, and it's so draining. And I know that when I find out what happened to Summer Wells, I know it's going to break my heart, you guys. I'm not going to probably be able to handle it very good, because I've wrapped myself so much into her and praying for her and doing videos about her and nonstop talking to her. I talk nonstop at home, to my son and to my husband about Summer. And so I know that it's going to stress me out when I find out what happened to her. And, so many of these kids, when I found out what happened to them, it broke my heart so bad. And I know this well when we find out. But, the parents, they act so bad. Don and Candace act so bad. And they've acted bad terribly through this whole time in the past over 2 years. And, I don't know why they act the way they act, like lunatics. But I do want to say that before I even show you this or talk about this, everybody should know by now that I think that Don and Candace are the worst parents I ever seen. Well, not the worst I've ever seen, but pretty dang bad parents. Just looking at the sheet on the mattress looked terrible. Looking at the house, looking at the bruises on Summer and the dirtiness. But most importantly, Don and Candace showed us the most of all. They showed us how they behave in real life on YouTube. Don said that was his worst mistake, was turning to YouTube. And that's the truth, Don. I agree with you, because you really showed us who you guys were through videos and all your stupid antics. I got 7 alibis. Candace ain't got none. She's going down. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not going to try to defend Don and Candace in any way. But I want you to think about something tonight. Because I told you before that I think Jackie Dobbs could be the number one suspect. But first I want to say, I believe the dispatch when they said that that the mom went on a walk and she's been gone for about 5-10 minutes. I think she did when Grandis took her nap. Because I was listening to that again tonight, Grandis's her thing with the news, and she said that she laid down and summer came, right? Helped her plant flowers and had a piece of peppermint candy, and then went back home, and Grandis took a nap, and she woke up and Candace couldn't find Summer. So Candace is lying. She's lying, you guys, because she's missing a big chunk of time. I don't know how long Grandis took a nap, if it was a half hour or if it was an hour. But I'll tell you, Don keeps repeating over and over that Candace called him at 5:30. He said it at the very beginning of this case. He kept going on. And if that's the case, Summer was missing for a whole hour. That would mean that Summer actually went missing at 5:30, 4:30. That Candace was gone somewhere while Grandis was sleeping. She told the boys to watch him and that something happened. And I think that it's a very big possibility because I want to say this, Jackie Dobbs was camping on his property across the street from Ben Hill Road, directly across his driveway was, okay? Jackie Dobbs was camping there. He bought that property. I want to say this so I can remind you guys again. Jackie Dobbs had a blue, van, something like a little blue minivan, okay? And Candace is going to tell Don right here and Dr. Phil, or the interview room, who they're talking to. No, Dr. Phil. She's going to say that's the vehicle she's seen, was the only one she's seen, was this little blue minivan. Jackie Dobbs had this vehicle, and he was camping out. And when you listen to what Don says here and what Candace says, I want you to think about this, you guys. I know Don and Candace are the worst, crappiest parents ever. They have been not good to their kids. We have heard about it over and over. But what if actually this guy did take Summer and he dumped her somewhere right away? Because, I want to show you something else tonight. But right now, I just want you guys to hear this for a minute and listen just for a minute, okay? And this was from the Dr. Phil show, Don and Candace on here. Listen.
That's what it looked like to me.
We would get to a point.
Hold on, I gotta back it up just a little right there.
That's what it looked like to me.
I'm going too far.
Was a four-wheel drive like a Ford Escape or a Bronco or
It looked like a blue minivan to me, but I don't know.
small blue minivan?
That's what it looked like to me.
We would get to a point where it was going to be hard emotionally. And that's hard to do.
I gotta back it
People
up.
think you're
I want you to pay attention because I do think
That's what it looked like to me.
I do think that maybe she did see this blue minivan, and it was probably Jackie Dobbs.
Was a four-wheel drive like Ford Escape or a Bronco or
It looked
something?
like a blue minivan to me, but I don't know.
Small blue minivan?
That's what it looked like to me.
We knew we would get to a point where it was going to be hard emotionally. And that's hard to do because people will think you're a monster, but that's important to getting facts. Do you know what happened to Summer?
No.
Do you know who took Summer?
No.
We actually hit harder on the questions for what happened that day. When did this happen? How long was it before this happened?
When you come home, when you first come
No,
home.
I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. I can't do this.
So listen, they're trying to help. They're trying to help.
It's not helping me.
Yeah, she had a little breakdown there. The thing is, you guys, so Candace, I forgot that Candace mentioned this little blue minivan that she seen that day that Summer went missing, okay? All right, listen now. Now, oops. Hold on. This makes me mad because I was just watching it. Okay, watch.
Well, let me ask you, Candace,
Okay, listen.
One purchase equals one man.
Maybe you can listen.
Holiday sale. Native. Clean body wash with scents you love.
well, let me ask you, Candace, if I understand correctly what you said, you took Summer in the front door
Yes.
and you said to the three boys, keep an eye on Summer.
Yes.
Okay. Then you did what?
Then I went back outside to my mom's camper, which was right next to the house. And I had to fix her knee brace for her.
Okay. She had knee brace on,
Yeah.
and that took.
Only 2 minutes.
Okay. And then what'd you do?
I went back in my house.
When you went back in, what'd you see?
The three boys sitting there watching TV.
Okay. And no Summer?
No summer.
Okay, what'd you do then?
I asked the boys where she was at. And they told me that she went downstairs to play with her toys.
Okay. Would she do that? Would she say, hey, I'm going downstairs to play with my toys, or would she just go?
You know, she'd tell the boys.
What'd you do then?
Well, I hollered for her at first.
And no response.
No response.
So what'd you do?
So I went directly down there. I looked for her everywhere I could look. In the room, under the blankets, whatever. And she was gone.
All right. What's the way to get out of there besides coming back upstairs?
Just the basement door.
That back door?
Yeah.
Okay. And if that door opens, could the boys hear it?
No, they had the TV up loud.
Okay. All right. Is she known to go out that back door?
She'll go out the back door, but then she'll circle around by her swing.
Okay. Back around to the front?
Yeah.
What we're seeing here is looking out that back door, correct?
Yeah.
All right, now there's a road there. Is that a
Driveway.
driveway?
Okay, now
Okay.
listen.
Now, can that be seen from your mother's camper?
No.
Of course not, no.
That's the back side of the house. You can't see that from her camper.
Not that part, no.
If you step out on the road there, you can about see your camper.
And that drive there goes up to the highway?
It circles around the house. Right there, it goes to the top, and then it goes down around to it circles all the way around the
Is
house.
that nasty
Okay.
mattress?
Is that the back door?
That's the back door.
That's the door to her room.
Yes.
Okay. If she came out that back door and there was somebody there, could they have grabbed her right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then how would they make their escape? Back this direction,
Well,
away from the camper?
the dogs led the scent went straight down that dog trail by that yellow generator, right from where that picture's
Watch
taken.
where it is.
You're saying then that this is the back door,
Yes, sir.
and you're saying that there was a scent that went this direction?
Yes, all the way down to Ben Hill Road.
All the way where?
All the way down to Ben Hill Road.
Okay. Now, if this looks like a big circle, how do you get back to the highway?
So you go down the driveway to Ben Hill Road and then turn left. It takes you up to Beach Creek area.
Okay, so for someone to drive away, they would have had to come on around the circle
No.
and exit here?
That's a possibility, but we think they were parked down on the Ben Hill Road.
Okay, so you think they would have walked on down through the woods to the road
That was a.
and left the car
Yes.
down at the road?
Yes. And that's
Okay.
what the dogs indicated. The scent went down to the road, and then somewhere on that road, the scent disappeared.
But how would they have known she was gonna be there? Would they have gone inside the room to get her?
Possibility. I wasn't even aware the trail was there.
Okay. So your belief is this might be the last spot that Summer was on the property,
Yes, sir.
right there. That she was put in a vehicle there and driven away.
Yep.
Do you have a story or a question?
Okay. I gotta talk to you about this. So, if you look at the direction that they pointed from the driveway, looking from the house outward, it doesn't really look like it's in front of the house where you can see that it's on an angle, which makes me think that even more so that Jackie Dobbs could have had an opportunity to take this child, to take Summer. Listen, they just said her mother owns, in her own words, she said Summer would go out there, either sit by the side there or go out to her swing. Jackie Dobbs has a dog. He could have lured, just like Candace said, he could have lured Summer away. But you know what I think that Candace is hiding? I think that Candace is hiding the fact that she was gone and she wasn't around when Summer went missing. And she could be in very bad trouble, and she knows that. So she's trying to act like a helicopter mom here. She's got the Paw Patrol shirt on. She's got the we were planting flowers. She's got the all this crap down. And that she was only, gone for 2 minutes. But we know that Grandis was taking a nap. So Candace, your story doesn't make any sense. The fact that you said it's only 2 minutes, but yet Grandis has the story different. You guys planted flowers. She had a piece of candy. Then she went back in to play with the boys. So this was after the flowers. So, how does Summer go missing then? Where'd you go, Candace? Where did you go? I feel like Candace is hiding from us the fact that she was gone longer and that she was stoned. And maybe Grandis is making it up that she took a nap, but she even told her girlfriend she was taking a nap. And I believe her on the part that she took a nap. I mean, her leg was hurt and she was on pain pills. So, and you guys, wouldn't it make sense that Jody Sue would hear a scream, a muffled scream, closer to her house, which Jackie Dobbs is right next to both of them. Okay, right next to Candace and Jody Sue, because Jody Sue was mad that he was on their property. What if Jody Sue heard the muffled scream or some kind of animalistic weird scream because maybe Jackie Dobbs snatched Summer, put her in his blue minivan in the back, and took her to the motel? Listen to this. I just want you to hear a couple other things, so listen to this. I just thought it was interesting. Oh, crap. Oh, dang it. What did you do now, Patty? My Lord. I'm sorry. Sometimes I screw up here. I know it's late, you guys. I should already be in bed. But all my house cleaning got done. And I haven't did a video, and I thought, oh my gosh, these people are going to get mad at me. And they're going to not want to watch me no more if I don't get a video out there or something. So, I lost my train of thought here. It's about Jackie. But yeah, think of that. Jackie.
The Wells family lives across the street from a neighboring property. On mirroring mountains, together they can be described as sentinels, which sit high over Ben Hill.
I didn't want that. I'm sorry. Right here, Grandis said that she took a nap. I'm just trying to prove everything so somebody don't say, well, she never said that or whatever, but she did. And I think we need to pay attention to all this stuff because I think Candace was gone.
An officer spent a third day in the Beach Creek community searching for Summer Wells, but no significant results. An Amber Alert to find the missing 6-year-old from Hawkins County remains active. And we're hearing more about what happened the day from her grandmother. Here's Ansley Daniel.
Josh and Sarah, as officers spent another day in Beach Creek searching for Summer, I was out there yesterday and spent some time at the Wells family home on Ben Hill Road. Now, that's where Summer was reported missing from on June the 15th. I actually had the chance to speak with the missing girl's mother, Candace Bly, who again did not want to speak on camera with us, but I did have the opportunity to sit down with her grandmother, Candace Hare, who told me she wants people to hear about her family straight from the source.
That's why I come on camera, because I am sick and tired of the lies.
Missing Hawkins County 6-year-old Summer Wells' grandmother, Candace Hare, says it was hard to speak.
She's mad because Ronnie Lawson said they lawyered up.
Wisconsin on August 21st.
But that's not what I want you to hear.
On a 2-part Dr. Phil episode.
Hold on.
You to shy away from the media.
I think it had to do hurt Candace in a way. I don't know if it's
missing. Hare says she spent the entire day with her daughter and granddaughter. She says it started with a trip to the emergency room to have her knee checked out.
They prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed. And then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was.
After the family returned home with groceries, Hare says she took a nap, woke up and repotted cactus plants with her granddaughter. She says Summer ate a peppermint, went inside the house to play with her brothers, and that was the last time she was seen.
There was no sign of her.
Authorities say...
Isn't that weird, you guys? Okay, listen. Grandis says that first she took a nap, and then they planted flowers. Well, Candace makes it seem like when they got home and did the groceries that it was right away that they did this. So Candace has really confused this story here. But there's something, she's missing time. Candace is missing time. And that's why I believe that Candace is lying. about so much. Also, I believe that she was gone a lot longer, and Jackie Dobbs could have snuck her down that way through that property while Grandis was napping, while Candace was gone, because she said when she woke up, listen,
all possibilities of
hold on. I got back it.
Went inside the house to play with her brothers, and that was the last time she was seen.
There was no sign of her.
Authorities say all possibilities of what happened to Summer are still on the table. But like the rest of the Wells family, Summer's grandmother believes she was abducted.
We never did find her. She called 911 and she called Donnie, and we sent the boys down over the hill, and I stood in front of over by the edge there and watched them. And was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
For more than a decade, Hare has said the same prayer.
I hope and I pray to God every day.
Over the last almost 9 months, along with her daughter Rose, her granddaughter Summer has now been added to her.
Okay, so I just think it's strange that there's missing time here, because how can Grandis take a nap if she did take a nap? But I'm thinking she did take a nap, you guys. And Candace was somewhere. Candace was doing something. And Summer could have went missing during that time. So, I'm looking for this video I seen. I thought was important. If I can find it again, I don't know. But I don't know what's going on, but I have a feeling that either they're getting ready to lose the boys and they know it, and this is their last-ditch effort, or they already lost the boys, which it seemed like that's what it was. That's why they were sending them a Bible and saying the prayers and having the whole church involved, like, to say goodbye. That's what it reminded me of. I don't know what you think, but that's what I think. Okay, I should be coming up to it any minute. Hold on. I want you to hear something just for a minute. Okay, this is Pat Brown. She's a profiler, and I have shared her before. But I just want to remind you guys of something, and listen to this. Under fair use and copyright laws, I just want to show you a little clip.
These speculation things, which is very...
Okay, hold on.
There's a reality check on that, sadly. People have, as I just said, people have a lot of crazy ideas of what could have happened with her, really strange ones. And people believe some of those strange ones because that means the child will be alive. For example, somebody wanted a little girl her age, and so they stole her. And you're going to find her alive, 5 years later or 5 months later, because the person who took her wants to love her and wants to take good care of her. Now, does that ever happen? And the answer is yes, but usually with babies, because you can start with a baby, and people don't question so much when you arrive home with a baby, especially if you've been faking a pregnancy for a long time. You're really heavy, and you can say, oh, I was pregnant. You can get away with that. And the child is not going to remember their birth parents, because they've never really seen them for more than a few days. So that child grows up believing you are the birth parent, and is no wiser until maybe something crops up at some point, which lets the cat out of the bag, and then the child is found out to be not the child of the person raising her, and that the child indeed was stolen when it was a baby. So that does happen. But usually you don't see people stealing older children, 4 years old, 5 years old, because first of all, the kid cries a lot for their parents. They say, I want to go home, I want to go home, I want to go home. They remember their parents. So you've got to deal with that. And then what do? You can't take them out in the neighborhood. Start walking around and they're going, that's not my mommy, she stole me. That's not terribly wise. So you have to take that child and hide her someplace, far, far away where nobody would see her, and eventually she'd forget that she was stolen when she was older. That's a lot of work. It isn't really useful. So then there's the theory that a pedophile stole her and has now got her in the basement. That does happen on occasions. Usually it happens with older girls and boys, teenagers, at least 12 or something, because you can shut them up from crying more easily. You can reason with them. You can, manipulate them more easily, but little small children cry a whole heck of a lot, and they're miserable. And I always use this as an example. Most of us don't even want to watch our friends' kids, for the evening. It's like, oh God, you're gonna bring your 5-year-old over? Oh God, unless you have another 5-year-old to play with that child, you're like, oh, that's gonna be a lot of work, And for the whole weekend? Oh God, no, not for the whole weekend. If we feel that way about children we know, how do you think some creepy dude is gonna feel about having to feed this child, take care of it, wash its clothes, bathe it, keep it from screaming, whining, all the things that little children do. And, so most of the time, they do not want to do this. So what happens, sadly, is that when pedophiles grab a child this age, usually the child is dead within the hour. And they're usually raped, and they're murdered, and their bodies are dumped, like really quickly. That's the standard. So if you don't find that child like right away in the possession of somebody, like you, please pull a vehicle over that's just grabbed her and put her in there, chances of finding the child alive are not very good. So it's now been a month. Let me just give you the basics on this.
Okay, so what if Jackie Dobbs, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, and this is only my opinion. I'm not saying he did do this. I'm saying what if, because it's very weird to me that he was there. He doesn't go back there. He said he spent the whole day in the motel. But it could be that he did sneak her out of there and in his blue minivan or whatever, and he could have took her to that motel. Now, he told Don B that, there's cameras and stuff, but that is not true, because someone else reported on that and said that motel was rumored, very well known and rumored to be a very bad criminal motel. And they said that he said that he was in the motel and walked the dog, I guess, every hour on the hour. And he tried to say he wasn't there June 15th. Doesn't matter. He was still there near Ben Hill Road in Hawkins County. He was still in Hawkins County. So, I think it might be just up here a little bit. Hold on. It had Jackie on it. And I'm trying to find it. Come on. Sorry, you guys. I'm just trying to find this real quick so I can show you, because I seen it. And it made me think, wow, maybe that really did happen. I mean, when you think about what Don says, when you think about what Candace says, But they, like I said, it could be the fact that they're hiding the part that Candace was not around and she wasn't taking care of Summer the way that she needs to. So, I don't know. Okay. I know I seen it around. I thought it was around this area here. Dang it. I can't even remember who put it out now. Okay. Yeah, wait a minute, you guys. Just hold on a second. Don't leave me. Oh, dang it. Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I'm working on it here. I know it's probably right up here, and yet it's taken so dang long. I wish I would have thought about what channel it was on there. Dang it. It had him on the front, on the, right, as the thumbnail. And, hold on. Hold on. Like I said, as soon as I go to give up, there it is. See? Listen to this, you guys.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So earlier I made a live about JD and his involvement, or what I feel could be his involvement in the Summer Wells case. And for now, what we know is just his involvement as being
There's
a
the
neighbor
blue
transient.
minivan.
But one thing that I was able to put together was JD's wife had accidentally sent someone in the Summer Wells area an audio that they found was a little bit weird, and it got sent to me, and I am now playing it just because I think it's something that should be brought up. Please use your best judgment when viewing this information and listening to this audio. Please don't go reaching out to these people, as many people have already reached out to them and tried to get answers, and what we know is what we're showing you.
Beach Creek.
Again, this has all been shared with TBI already, so it's not something that you need to go out and share, but I am sharing it with you guys and condensing it so you all understand. Also, his wife has filed for divorce as of recent. I have questions, and also listen to this audio.
I said it makes me horny. God wants me horny.
Who wants you that way?
God makes me horny.
Oh, yeah.
He gave me to you as a present.
You might have to give it back.
You knew what to do with it.
You might have to give it back, huh? But you might have to do.
That would make me horny.
You are there.
Obviously, he's still sexually active, huh? Sick. God makes her horny. That is so weird. But listen, it's coming up. Oh, it's not coming up. Anyways, I know that he said that he was nowhere around there, and he didn't, and then he talked to the TBI. Well, you guys, how do we know he talked to the TBI? Maybe he did. But that doesn't mean nothing because, I know what I was going to tell you about. They make mistakes all the time. And right now in the Delphi case, I believe they made a ton of mistakes. That judge is getting in trouble. And I think I watched a video, you guys, and I didn't even want to share it because it was very scary. The information that she shared about different law enforcement being connected together and kids dying and about that a misjustice is probably happening to Richard Allen, and he probably that the arrest affidavit is totally screwed up and off. They said he was parked at the child welfare building, and Richard Allen said that he parked at the Farm Bureau building, and the detectives lied and said there was no Farm Bureau building and that it burned. Well, matter of fact, it did, and the prosecutor's own father had burned it, or brother, I'm not sure which one, and I don't know if people died in the fire or what, but he got in trouble for arson, but all his charges were reduced. And anyways, Richard Allen, so they got this, he was at the Farm Bureau. They had the wrong car that they said, so everything basically that they used for the search warrant and for the arrest affidavit is basically bullcrap because it's been disputed really even, out in the public because, I heard Chris McDonough and he had different people on there talking about this. So even if Richard Allen did this to these girls, I'm not trying to pity him, but I'm saying that all these things, I truly believe that that he's not the guy. He could be connected, but I don't believe he's the guy. I still believe that it was Ron Logan and he's deceased, and I don't know what there isn't really anything they could do about it now. But, don't you guys find it weird that, these kind of people who do these kind of things, they don't just do it once and then quit, and then they don't do it no more. Well, Richard Allen stayed in the community all these years, and nothing happened anymore to any other girls. And Ron Logan died not long after, so it was really weird. The whole situation's weird, but I think they have gone against his constitutional rights. I think the world is paying attention, and I think this judge did something very wrong here. But we'll see. But anyways, back to Summer Wells. Listen, if Candace was gone a lot longer, if Don said it was 5:30, it could have been 5:30. And if Mom was gone for a walk or gone somewhere, that means that Summer was there by herself, and Jackie would have known that she was there because he got in trouble for being near the property, got in an argument with Jody Sue and Andy. So, you don't know. I mean, he could have took revenge out, but he could have easily dumped Summer somewhere, when he took her out of there. I mean, there's so many hills, so many places to dump I bet you to dump a body. It looks like it's very wooded and crazy there. So he could have just dumped her after he was done with it. He could have took her to any remote location, did something to her, dumped her body. I mean, he could have hid out at the motel, or he could have had her in that motel, and that gives me a really bad, creepy, tingly, weird feeling to even think about him, that he could have had her and that dog in that motel. I don't know, I think TBI needs to go back and talk to him. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. He might not have had nothing, but he's very, very suspicious. He was walking his dog all around that property. And I'm not saying that Don and Candace couldn't be guilty, because I have always thought that. I have always thought that Don and Candace had something to do with their daughter's disappearance. Or what if she, got hurt. But maybe it isn't that. Maybe it actually really was somebody, but that somebody was right next door on his own property next to Jody Sue, next to their house. Maybe Jody Sue did hear that scream. Maybe he was parked down on Ben Hill Road and just took off from there with his because Candace said she seen that little blue minivan. Don't you think TBI, tell me what you think in the comments, that TBI should be talking to him again and looking into this further? Why aren't they out talking? Why aren't they giving updates? That's wrong. They should be saying something. I mean, come on. Summer Wells is missing, and it's going to be winter here. It's cold. And we don't have any answers. And I'm praying we do get answers. But, I have said all along, and I have stuck to that all the way, that Don and Candace are somehow involved. But what if it's just that they're lying? That not only are they neglectful, crappy parents, but what if it's just that they are lying because Candace was gone way longer than she was supposed to? I don't know, it's a possibility. But Candace, her time frame is really weird. And, I do think that Don looks and seems very suspicious. I mean, he has a terrible track record. And of all people, I feel like he should be the most guilty, the most suspicious. Candace too. But what if some weirdo like JD came up to that property and took her? Please, someone. I wish someone else would call TBI and give them that information. I have already emailed them. I told them about that. I shared, in an email, that I was concerned and that they should check into him more. But they didn't respond back, and I don't know. Maybe somebody else can have them talk to Leslie or somebody and say, could you please make sure? Because, all those things are suspicious. He got a divorce. He trimmed his beard. I mean, he cut off his beard. He cut off his hair. No DNA. You know what I mean? Strange, right? So tell me what you guys think. It was just strange to me that I was watching these tonight and thinking about this. Anyways, I wanted you to know I was thinking about you guys. I've been crazy making this craft crap. And I go through spurts. It won't last long, trust me, and I'll not want to do anymore. But I'm having fun right now. If you really, really need me to make you something, and you have something that you wished or wanted to have, like some kind of picture or something, let me know in a comment. I'll see what I can do for you. But I was thinking about having a giveaway, but I don't know how I could send it to anybody. People don't like to give their addresses and stuff. And my email box is full, and I don't know how to get rid of it. I've tried to delete crap, but it says it won't accept anymore, so I don't know what to do about that. Just leave me a dang comment if you gotta talk to me. I will get back with you. So, it might take me a few days because I'm slow and my internet's not always that good, but I will comment back. But I just want to let everybody know that I haven't gone anywhere. I'm thinking about you guys, and I'm still thinking about Summer Moon, Utah Wells. She's missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. If you have any information, please call 1-800-TBI-FINE. You guys keep praying for her. If anybody wants to make a call to the news station and say, why haven't we had an update? What's going on? That wouldn't be a bad idea either. It really bothers me because it feels like a cold case. Nobody's even talking, saying nothing. I feel like somebody needs to say something here. But I don't know. Now, I'm really suspicious of JD, and that when I heard Candace talk about that little blue minivan, and you seen it, he has one. He was there. And Jody Sue even turned him in. I'm sure he was creeping around there, the way he acted weird. So, he put in a driveway and I think a septic or something. One of them said that, or JD said that himself. And he's just really strange to me. And I mean no offense. Please do not harass anybody or bother anybody, and these are only my opinions. Nobody's guilty of anything unless the court says so. But I just have my suspicions, that's all. But anyways, you guys, I love you guys. I'm thinking of you. I didn't leave anywhere. I just am a little bit behind here. So, but you guys have a good weekend, good Sunday, and be blessed. The Lord is good all the time. God is good. I truly believe that Jesus is coming back, and it won't be long because these days are really evil. And we need to be delivered from evil, let me tell you. So, pray for Summer, okay? That somebody would find her. All right, you guys, take it easy. I love ya. Good night, and God bless.